Hi, I'm Jim,
And I'm Audrey,
and we both love wine,
but we have some different views.
which is why this series is all about his
And hers.
wine. All right, so last week we gave ourselves an assignment. We were out of wine, and so we gave each other a budget. What was our budget?
200,
$200.
nothing more than 200. You could be under, but not more.
All right, so, and we had to restock our basic wines, just wines to have on hand. This isn't
Right.
our dream wines. It's
No.
not the cheapest wines. It's not the most expensive wines. It's wines we want to have on hand.
Right.
All right, first question. Were you under budget?
I was. I was not largely under, but I was under.
I was under too.
Oh, wow.
So we were
Okay.
able to do what we needed to do, even in today's market with the crazy prices of everything. We were able to do restocking for under $200.
Did you have any difficulty with the assignment?
I did. So there were things that I wanted to get that were a little higher end, higher price that I had to tell myself, no, that's not what this is about, right? We can get special wines anytime. This was about making sure we had the basics. So there was some discipline required.
I really struggled with that, honestly. I did. Because I normally do keep things on stock. So when I go out, it's usually special occasion, and then you add something for special stock. But it was hard to just focus on that, of remembering, I've got nothing and I need to have things on hand. So it was really a struggle for me.
It was a struggle for me also in a different way, and that's
Okay.
that as I'm walking around going, ooh, I always wanted to try this. Always I wanted to try that. And ooh, here's one I'd like to try.
Right.
And again, that's not what this is about.
That's
so,
true. That's
so
true.
all right, well let's start with whites or reds.
Let's start with the whites.
All right, so I did get some whites. There, I want
I
to
see.
put them on.
I'm
yeah.
impressed. You got whites. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so my first white that I got was looking for something a little bit more unique. I know everybody's going to go to Chardonnay, so I didn't get a Chardonnay. I did, however, get Gruner Veltliner. It's a
Oh.
German white wine.
Yes.
It's just a wonderful, light, refreshing wine. Great with seafood dishes. Great with some of your vegetable dishes, but also just a great sipping wine.
I love a great Veltliner. That's great.
All right.
Okay,
How
what
about,
else?
How about you?
Oh, what else? Okay, so one of them that I got. So I got an Italian white. All right, this is wonderful, but I like to get something that's not, again, on the regular path that everybody goes. So an Italian white blend, lovely, delicious. It's going to work just like other whites are going to. It's going to pair great, but I like something that's just a little different.
Yeah, well, me too. So, I said that I don't like, just to get an ordinary Chardonnay
Right,
or a Sauvignon Blanc,
right.
right? So I
The
got a
two most popular, yeah.
I got a Sauvignon Blanc, but I didn't. Okay, what I did instead is I went French and got a Sancerre. Sancerre is just very smooth, lovely. It's like Sauvignon Blanc, but done right.
If you like a Sauvignon Blanc, you will love a Sancerre. Absolutely. Okay, I did. I will bring you that I did get a Chardonnay.
Oh,
I got a California Chardonnay. So this is longevity. I loved this one. This one you can find anywhere. If you have not tried this one, it is fantastic. And it actually was in Black Heritage Month that was brought to my attention. So if you haven't tried this, seek it out. It's wonderful.
I might even like one. I might even
You
like.
might.
I might even like a
I
California
do,
Chardonnay.
I do think I want to have Chardonnay on hand. So I know but it's something I need to have on hand.
Now, I really like seafood,
Mm-hmm.
particularly shellfish,
Right?
and it's you would think it'd be easy to pair seafood with white wines, but actually it's not, because a lot of people will automatically go with a Sauvignon Blanc
Right.
or Pinot Grigio, and they're going to get those citrus notes and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
I went a little bit different. I went Spanish and I went Albariño. Albariño for now. Sadly, they were out of the Albariño that I really wanted. But this one is also very, very good. Also one of my favorites. And so I did get an Albariño to go with our seafood
I think
dishes.
that's a solid choice. I am glad you're adding that to our collection. Okay, so in the solid choice like that, I got a Chenin Blanc. Okay, so a Chenin Blanc, this is out of South Africa, and if you don't know, South Africa, they are all about their Chenin Blanc. This is one of their key specialties, so to speak. So they're always producing fantastic Chenin Blancs. They're very known for this.
That's great. Yeah, if you've heard, like we have, lots of great things about South African and South African wine, Chenin Blanc is a great entry to sort of get into learning about South African wines. That's a great one.
So did you have any other whites that you did?
I did, and I put this in the white category, even though it's really got its own category. I went with a cava, right? I like to have something sparkly on hand.
Yes,
Whether
important.
whether you're going to do mimosas in the morning on Sunday for brunch, or whether you're going to do just have a bottle of something bubbly for fun.
Right.
It's very reasonably priced. I personally prefer cavas to proseccos and other sparkling whites. And this one
You're going
is
to hold that bubble structure well in your mimosas. by the
yeah.
way. Yeah.
And so again, very reasonably priced. I put it in the white category.
Yep, I'm with that.
What about you? You got any more whites?
I'm glad you didn't just go right with the champagne too, because that's a special occasion.
Yeah, we do. I do drink my champagne, but champagne. Well, and we'll do a show on champagne.
We'll have to do a whole separate thing on that.
because that's a personal love of ours.
Yes, but that's not the everyday, and
Yeah.
we're doing stock wine. So I had one more that I did, and I went local. Virginia is very well known for its Viognier. They do a
Yes.
fantastic Viognier.
Yes.
So, yes, I have, I'll get the bottle around the right way. So I have a Viognier from Paramount, and it's wonderful, and this is one that I think is a must-have on hand as well. It's a good Viognier.
A lot of people who say they don't like whites will drink Viognier. I think it's got a lot of complexity, and I
Yes.
find it has often, if it's done well, has a nice little peppery finish at the end.
I love a good Viognier.
All right,
Okay, are we ready to move on to the reds?
let's talk about some reds. Now, I haven't looked in your box, but I guessed last time that you would have a Marc de Caceres.
Okay, so we'll start there. Of course I have a Marc de Caceres. So it's a wonderful, just everyday Rioja. And I love it with food. I love it sipping on. I need to have a Rioja. This one is budget friendly and works. It's a Crianza level. Good. Just a good solid everyday wine. So yes, I had to have
Okay,
that. So
and we
kudos
say
to you.
his and hers, different views. This is one we both agree on. We
We
both
do.
love this
We
wine.
still agree on some things, but for the picking, I might choose something different. So,
Yeah, that's a good one.
absolutely. And
All,
you?
all right, so you suspected I might have some Bordeaux.
I did.
All right. As it turns out, I got two.
Oh,
The first one,
surprise.
though, believe it or not, you can get a very nice bottle of French Bordeaux for less than $20. This one is a Commercic. And Commercic we've had a number of times, and
Yes.
it's just a good, serviceable red wine.
yes, yes.
Right? Not wow, but good. Very
but it's good. And we do many cheese nights out here with some cheese and crackers and a good Commercic, and it works.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right, so where else did you get?
Okay, so I wanted to have an Italian. Okay, what food you have, what grows together goes together, or the Italian, I just need to have that on hand. It's gonna pair with everything I'm cooking. You can also sip on it or whatever. I got a Montepulciano. I know a lot of people, they think Italian and they just go right to Chianti, but I wanted to give some different variations. There's lots of things over there to love, lots. But a Montepulciano, it's reasonably priced, everyday, good drinking wine. All right?
Well, funny you should say that, because I went
What?
Chianti. Of course I went
Of
Chianti.
course you did.
Of course I went to
But you
Chianti.
love Chianti, so.
I do, and that comes from a trip I took to Italy with my son a number of years ago, where it doesn't even matter the quality of the wine. You're sitting there by the Mediterranean drinking it, and you come back and you just have that
yes.
memory. And so
Uh-huh.
I've been a Chianti fan ever since. And so I got one that is a nice one. Now, we didn't mention this, but when you're looking at Italian wines, this label here with the rooster on it, that DCOG label, that's what you want to look for when you're looking for Italian wines. That's going to show you that it was made with approval of their governing board, and it's
Right.
going to conform to their standards. So you can find stuff that's good that doesn't have that,
Right.
but having that seal of approval.
They have lots of rules and regulations, and it's keeping it within that frame. So that's what that standard is talking about there.
All right.
Go ahead.
So
So a good
that
Chianti?
that was my Italian. What else you got?
Okay, so I had to get So I've got a couple things. Good grief. I'm trying to think what to grab next. Okay. I love reds.
Yes, you do.
Okay, this one. I wanted to get something that not everybody had before, but is a bold red. Okay.
Hey, smack you in the face, Red.
It's got some good tannic structure. Now that's going to be great with your fatty meats and things. So you need to have something with good tannic structure. So I got a Tannat. So if you have not tried Tannat before, this is going to be deep. It's going to have some great flavor complexities to it, but it have really great tannic structure. This happens to be from Uruguay. So I got that one.
Well, now, Tannat, there's an old joke, not Tannat, honey. And that's because they're great on the shelf. You leave that on the shelf for a few years, that's going to
It will.
smooth out and be wonderful. So that's a good wine to
It
just
will.
keep also.
Both.
All right.
So what do you have next?
Well, I have to go back to France and back to
Shocking.
Bordeaux. Okay, so for my treat for myself,
Uh-huh.
I got myself a Margaux. Now, there's a lot of regions, sub-regions within Bordeaux. One of my favorites, I love the Saint-Emilion region, left bank obviously, but I love a good Margaux. And so,
It's a great
so for
region,
this
yeah.
assignment, I didn't go crazy, but for
Yeah.
my higher end wine, I went with the Margaux.
I'm happy you added that to our collection. I am. I do love that. Okay. Speaking of your standards to have on hand for a steak, for your everyday grilling needs, whatever, the Tannat is wonderful, but on that everyday level, I find a great cab is a must-have.
That is true.
It's a must-have. So this is going to be a California cab from Decoy, and I'm sure that a lot of you have had this before. But yes, it's not. It's a good level. It's a good level. It's what you can have every day and not feel like you're cheaping yourself out. Okay, fabulous.
Well, that's a great point because we want to be reasonably priced, and
Yes.
especially now in this economy, the prices of everything is gone crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that importing is very expensive, and for importers, that's what we do.
Right.
But it's important, I think, if you're going to go reasonably priced, to get good quality, and I think
Yes.
that's important.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. What do you have next?
Speaking of good price or very good price for a very good wine, one of my favorite reasonably priced wines is a California red blend. It's Coppola's Claret.
I am not surprised to see that.
No, I always have a bottle of Claret on
Yes,
hand,
you
and
do.
I really like this wine. It's I wouldn't say cheap because that makes it sound bad. It's very reasonably priced,
Right.
but it's one of the best reasonably priced wines, red wines, I think I've ever had. I just really love the heck out of this wine.
Yes. Good choice.
All right, but I have one more. Do you have one more? Oh, you've got another one.
I've got
You've got
another
another
one. I think
surprise.
you've got two more,
Ah, okay.
basically. So I'm
Go ahead.
gonna
Let's see. Oh,
let you do a second one, okay?
all right. So what I've got, what I went and got is I got the very reasonably priced California Cab blend.
Which I am surprised that he got a California cab, honestly, but he did.
Right. I got another one. This is a wine that when we first got together, we were first drinking wine, we thought this wine was really top shelf. We really enjoyed this
Right.
wine. I haven't had it in a lot of years. And I thought, you know what? We really liked it before. We should check it out, see if we really like
Okay.
it, still like it. And that is the Ghost Pines Cabernet.
Ah.
Ghost Pines.
Yes.
I remember getting this and thinking,
Oh,
ooh,
I
we
do
spent
remember.
extra to get.
We were splurging a bit when we started with that. Yeah.
And the price has come down.
Uh-huh.
It's not as out of, it's not as highly priced as it used to be. But I thought we'd give it a try.
That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, I think it's going to be
Mhm.
nice.
It's gonna be nice.
All right.
Okay. I splurged
you're-
on this. I had
you're
to have a
splurged.
nice bottle. Okay, so this is my nice bottle for when I need to apologize. Or if I'm invited somewhere and I want to bring something nice. I got a Gigondas. Okay.
Yeah, that's
So this is a close neighbor of the Chateauneuf de Pape. And a lot of people think, they need to get that name and that carries and everything. And it is pricey. This is a neighbor of that. Love Gigondas. Wonderful.
very rich, very smooth.
Yes.
Again, another one that we agree on.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Absolutely.
absolutely. All right.
What do you
last
have
one.
last?
Last one I got was Spanish. I went to Spain. We went to
Yeah.
Spain a year ago.
Spain. Wonderful.
And we
wonderful.
had a wonderful time in Spain.
Yes.
And I discovered Tempranillo. And so I got us a nice little bottle of Tempranillo.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't that good?
That's
that would be
good.
nice. And this again, It'll go with the spicier foods. It'll go with the richer foods,
Mm-hmm.
and which we both love to eat, love to cook. So I'm hoping
So,
that'll mark.
I'm liking this little competition because we both got some great stuff, and that means that we're going to have some good wine on hand for a while.
Absolutely. Now we both got very different things. We went
Yes.
different directions.
Yeah, we did.
But neither of us is going to be unhappy with any one of these wines.
No, I don't think so. I'm really excited for you to try some of the things I have that you haven't tried yet.
Like that Italian white. I'm excited about that one.
Exactly.
I'm excited
That's
about
wonderful.
that one.
Wonderful.
All right. So that's our assignment.
Mhm.
What are we drinking tonight?
Ah, okay. It is really warm out here, so I wanted something refreshing. So I got a nice white Pinot Grigio. Very great and refreshing on this really hot day. What did you get?
Well, I'm every bit as hot as you are, but I'm drinking one of my favorite Chiantis. It's called Savo Piana. It's actually a gift from you,
Yes.
and it's a wine that we.
I did nothing wrong. I just gifted him.
She does that. This is a wine we discovered on a little trip. It was in a little wine shop that
Yes.
probably had like 50 bottles on the wall, and we absolutely loved it, and
Yep.
we've been drinking it since.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right. Cheers.
So, if you like these videos and you want us to keep doing them, please hit the buttons, the like and the follow, and we'll keep making the videos.
Please, please, please. In the meantime, it doesn't matter what your view is, just enjoy.
Cheers.